welcome back to the cottage, everyone. Well, the weather in Minnesota is definitely starting to cool down. We had a really hot and dry summer, and you could just feel that crispness in the air now. And in the Midwest, I feel like we're always kind of looking towards that next season. We have to be prepared for the next season. And the next thing that's coming here in Minnesota is winter. And although we don't have a reason to panic quite yet, we did see early snowfall in October last year, and so our radars are kind of up now that we're nearing the end of September. And so I wanted to take this time today, now that school has started up and basically the summer months are done for our kids. I want to go through all their clothes and see what we can declutter and see if there's any gaps missing in their winter wardrobe. We get the bulk of our kids' clothing at our local thrift stores here in town, and the main reason is because kids just grow so fast, they wear out their clothes quickly, and I just don't want to pay full price for something that's going to be worn so little. And so I want to go through this declutter now before the weather does turn super cold and figure out if there's any gaps in their wardrobe. I'm going to write them on this list, and then I'm going to try to beat the rush at the thrift stores before everything gets picked over for winter, and so I can get some good quality items for them to fill in those gaps. So let's get started on the declutter. I'm going to start here in the girls' bedroom, and our two girls share this bedroom. They also share a dresser. They each have two drawers, one for tops and one for bottoms, like pants and shorts and leggings. And that is just enough space for them to keep all the clothes that they need throughout all of the seasons. We don't pack things away for the different seasons. They also have some hanging space, and I'm going to go through those items here in just a bit. Most of the things that I am decluttering from our older daughter's drawer can be passed down to her younger sister, but she probably won't be ready to wear them quite yet. She's a little bit smaller, and so I'm going to pack those things away in a clear bin and put them in the closet so that they're ready to go when she does grow into them. And some of the items are maybe worn out or just have a weird fit that I don't want to keep around, and so those I'm going to put into a donation bin or just get rid of them. One thing I found to be helpful when trying to keep our kids' wardrobes to a minimum is to look for bottoms that are more neutral. So a black or navy or even a gray pair of pants or shorts or skirts that can go with many different tops, and try to avoid the bright colors or things that have busy patterns. And our daughter has a pair in her drawer that kind of go against that. And this used to go with a shirt that she has since outgrown. And now it really only goes with maybe one or two other shirts. And so it gets passed over pretty much all the time, and it's just kind of taking up residence in the drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this today, and when it comes time to replace it, she doesn't need any new pants right now. I've noticed her drawer has lots of pants that got handed down from older sister, but when it comes time to replace, I'm going to look for something neutral. I like to keep a black and white long sleeve shirt in the drawers for each of the girls, and this just allows them to wear their t-shirts and maybe even their tank tops year round, because they can put them underneath their t-shirts and wear them even in the winter months. The ones that they have now are getting a bit ratty, and so I'm going to write this on the list just so that I can be keeping my eyes open for them when I'm at the store. Alright, here is the pile from the girls' dresser, so now I'm going to go ahead and move to their closet and see what they have hiding in there. able to find a few things in the closet as well, and that is now decluttered. They still have plenty of dress clothes, and so I won't need to do any replacing in the closet. But if you saw our older daughter's drawer, a lot of her things got passed down to younger sister or donated, and so she was kind of lacking a few key items for the winter. Fortunately, we have a niece who is just a size or two larger than our girls, and so she passes down anything that she's outgrown. I looked through the clothes that she had given us, and I was able to find some things that will work to fill in the gaps for our older daughter. So I shouldn't need to buy anything really for the girls for the winter besides those undershirts that I mentioned earlier. Alright, so moving on to the boys' clothes now. I'm going to do the same process as I did in the girls' room and just go through each of their drawers and see if there's anything that has rips or stains or that they've outgrown. We do have 3 sons and they're all 2 years apart in age, and so generally they're able to pass down to their younger sibling, and our oldest son is generally the one who gets the newer clothes, but sometimes there will be some gaps in the other 2 sons' drawers as well. So let's dive in and see what we can find. This dresser is shared by our younger 2 sons. As I mentioned in the boys' bedroom tour video, it's a very special piece to us, and it holds just the right amount of clothing for each of our boys. Our middle son grew like crazy this summer, and most of his shirts are now too short, and so I'm going to go ahead and just move most of the items that are long sleeve from our middle son's down to our youngest son's drawer. The last stop on the declutter for today is our oldest son's dresser, and he has a few things he's already told me that he has outgrown or doesn't feel comfortable wearing anymore, and so I'm going to pull those out right away. Most of the things in his drawer should be pretty much set that he uses, because he will tell me right away if he is in need of something. The only thing that he's told me that he is in need of right now is a plain black dry fit shirt and a plain white dry fit shirt that he can wear underneath his football jersey during games, and so I will be on the lookout for those. Otherwise, I think his dresser will be pretty well stocked. Alright, I finished the declutter. I was able to fill up 2 good-sized bags of donations, and so I'm really excited about that. A friend of mine recently told me about an opportunity that our community has that is pretty new to our community. They have kind of a store set up of donated clothing that foster families and their kids that they are fostering can come and look through and find the right sizes if they're in need. And so if you know about our family, we have 2 daughters that were adopted, and adoption and foster care are very near and dear to our hearts, so I'm really excited to donate these clothes to such a great cause. I was also able to identify just a few gaps in our kids' winter wardrobes. Mainly our middle son is in need of some long sleeve shirts that he can wear, and there are a few staple pieces for the other kids that I'm going to keep my eyes open when I go to the thrift stores and see if I can snag a good deal on those items. And if you like minimalism, organizing, decluttering, cleaning, and that type of content, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel because that is what I like to post videos about. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and I hope you'll stop by the cottage again really soon.